5 years the senior of Pascal. Not a great height difference between them. Diaconu is a little bit smaller, and he actually fights smaller because he'll come at you pretty low. And we already talked about the rules, but let's do it another time.
All righty, no 3 knockdown rule here. The standing 8 count is in effect. We don't see that very often. Only the referee can stop the fight, and neither man can be saved by the bell in any round.
So that's the matchup for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Diaconu is the holder. He is undefeated, and he expects to get all he wants from Pascal. So Jean Pascal makes his way into the ring. He's boxed 137 rounds. Was a very confident fighter, and it wasn't a false bravado, I thought, yesterday when we talked with him. Really believes that he can win this fight.
Yeah, I believe that he believes he can win this fight, and I also like the fact that he's coming up in weight, because I do think, you know, we've seen it happen with other guys, usually in smaller weight classes, but generally, you know, not having to kill himself to make the lighter weight class makes a big difference.
So that's your challenger, Jean Pascal. Now we turn our attention to the champion. ADRIAN Diaconu! So the champion going with the unadorned look here.
He eschewed the shades.
Exactly. He's an all business kind of guy, even when you sit and talk with him. But he has galvanized the crowd here.
You know, the thing I like about this house tonight is that there's a lot of fans of both guys in here. So you can hear plenty of noise either way.
Great history of boxing, of course, in the city of Montreal. Once more, let's go to the center of the ring and the ring announcer, Christian Gauthier.
Mesdames et messieurs, ce combat de championnat est approuvé par le Conseil mondial de boxe et son superviseur délégué, M. Houssine Wichi de Tunisie. Il est également sous la surveillance médicale des docteurs Pierre Meunier et Marc Gagné. Ladies and gentlemen, this championship bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, represented at ringside by its supervisor, Mr. Houssine Wichi from Tunisia. This fight is also under the medical supervision of doctors Pierre Meunier and Marc Gagné. Les 3 juges pour ce combat. The 3 judges appointed at ringside to score this bout are Jack Woodburn de Montréal, Mr. Maximo De Luca from Tustin, California, USA, and Mr. John Keane from Wellingborough, England. L'arbitre du combat, Marlon B. Wright. When the bell rings, referee Marlon B. Wright from Montreal will handle all the action. Et maintenant, en direct du Centre Bell à Montréal, à Indigo et Bell Express Vue, Interbox et Groupe Yvon Michel vous présentent le combat principal de ce gala. 12 rounds de boxe pour le championnat mondial des mi-lourds du WBC. And now, live from the Bell Center here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and for millions of boxing fans across America on Versus, Interbox and Jim bring you tonight's main event. 12 rounds of action for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. D'abord, dans le coin bleu, portant la culotte blanche et or et pesant 174,9 livres. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with gold trim, his official weight, 174.9 pounds, avec une fiche de 22 victoires, 15 par KO en 23 combats. His professional record consists of 22 victories, 15 coming by way of knockout in 23 bouts. De Laval, l'aspirant numéro 5 WBC. He is currently ranked 5th by the WBC. Pascal! Son adversaire dans le coin rouge porte la culotte noire et pèse 173,9 livres. Across the ring, his opponent fights out of the red corner. Wears black trunks. His official weight, 173.9 pounds. Invaincu en 26 combats, 26 victoires, 15 par KO. He is undefeated in 26 professional bouts with a perfect 26 victories, 15 coming by way of knockout. De Montréal, l'actuel champion du monde WBC des mi-lourds. He is the current WBC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, ADRIAN the Shark Diaconu!
Taking a long time to oil up Pascal, don't you think?
Okay, gentlemen, you've overstood my instruction. Your dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Remember, protect yourself at all time and obey my command at all time. Good luck to both of you. We're boxing at the bell. Touch gloves.
So we are set to go. Diaconu, the champion. Pascal's not going to have to look for him.
If he had the shades on, he'd find him.
No, that's right. He'd be there. Although the interesting thing about him, he is a guy who will come right at you, but he's not necessarily a guy who's going to get his head on your chest and just bang. He really prefers to be mid-range.
Absolutely right. And now you'll see that John Pascal is going to start out saying, doing what he said he was going to try to do, which is box and use the ring. We'll see how long that lasts.
Pascal at just short of 175 pounds. He fought once before at 174. In fact, anytime he's fought over 170 pounds, he's knocked his man out.
And I tell you what, physically he looks terrific at the weight.
He's an outstanding athlete. We talked earlier about the fact that he played hockey. Crowd's going to react to Diaconu almost every punch.
Yeah, plus he has the kind of style that makes you think he's doing, a lot all the time, and he generally is.
And so far, Pascal staying to his plan of sticking and moving.
Nice
good shot. Absolutely. Stepped in, 1-2, step back.
into the fight, but Diaconu is going to have to close the distance at some point, because even though their reach is the same, Barry, it just appears that Pascal fights a lot longer.
Yes, it does. And side-to-side movement so far is, I don't want to say it's confusing Diaconu. I'm sure he's seen it before, but he's not able just to come right at it.
Well, at least, we know what John Pascal's game plan is here, and he's trying to execute it.
That's what he told us, but oftentimes the fighter will tell us one thing one day and then get in the ring, as we saw in our last fight,
right,
and do something entirely different.
And this guy, obviously thought this out, and now he's coming in and he's trying to do it. And doing it pretty well so far.
Yes, he is. Staying up on his toes.
Good right to the body.
Very effective thus far for Pascal.
See, now this is what I was saying in the open. The movement is the thing that confuses Diaconu somewhat.
Double right hand by Diaconu, no damage.
You don't want to stand still in front of this guy.
Oh, nice right hand. It was just a little short.
The jabs that set it up were pretty good, too.
Yep. And the left hand, that was not a knockdown.
No, he almost ducked into something. He did something pretty dangerous there, Pascal did.
Coming down inside of 10 seconds. Excellent first round fought by the challenger. We're coming back to Montreal.
Here's that double jab, and then the right cross behind it by Jean Pascal for a terrific first round.
Absolutely. As you would draw it up. They come to the second round in Diaconu's corner now. They said the body's still there.
But I'll tell you what, I have no doubt Diaconu's going to get into this fight.
Oh, there is no doubt.
There's no doubt. And the other thing is, Jean Pascal fought a very good first round, but he's kind of playing with fire, dropping those hands, because he does not want to get caught.
And Diaconu is a guy who can get you out of there with one punch. And if you're hurt, generally speaking, we touched upon this, if you're hurt, you're gone.
Well, that's it. Even if he doesn't get you out with one punch, all he has to do is freeze you, and then you're just as, as good as gone.
Diaconu that time took a step to the side and threw a hook. He missed with it, but interesting tactic.
Right now, he's just a beat behind Pascal. He's letting that hook go right behind Pascal's jab, not getting it there yet, but you can just tell he's trying to time his man.
Wait! Stop!
So very wisely, Pascal, when he got near the corner, tied his man up right away.
Yeah, fighting a very intelligent fight so far. And when you look at Diaconu, and I have not seen him fight before other than on tape, he's a pro.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt, and he's the kind of guy that does put pressure on. He may take a little time to warm up, and he got nailed there by Khalid Wright.
Absolutely, and Pascal doing the right thing. He throws a power punch and gets out of there.
Oh, yeah.
But he is being a little cute.
This I don't like. Well, I like it. It makes it, it's like watching a tightrope walker without a net. But if he was my fighter or my relative, I'd be yelling at him.
Just missed with that right hand to Diaconu. Good warning for throwing an elbow in the process. Diaconu right now is a little more in range.
Yeah, he's starting to close the distance a little bit. And that's because, basically, Jean Pascal's not jabbing quite as much.
Wild right hand misses. And counter, triple counter right hand. Diaconu was trying to hold him, and Pascal on a hand free, still punching, got careless there.
Yeah, well, first of all, they were holding and hitting in there. There was no warning from the referee. But the rough stuff in there is exactly the fight that Diaconu wants to pull Pascal into.
So another very good round for Pascal. Round number 3, 2 very effective first rounds fought by the challenger, Pascal. Now we come to the third.
Let's take a look at that little street fight within the fight that we saw there in round 2, and you see that Diaconu had Pascal's left arm in a clamp, and Pascal just used the free right hand to club away.
Now you have to pose the question, and I'm sort of being devil's advocate here. Is Pascal getting too brave?
Well, you know, it's an excellent question, and not only is he getting too brave, but can he keep up the intensity of the fight that he's fought so far? I mean, to fight this kind of a fight, he's got to keep his concentration throughout the fight, because one mistake, and he's in big trouble. You know, too much drop into the hands, too much, you know, pretty much, see what he's doing, he's pretty much daring Diaconu to come in, and that's fine, because he is faster, but he's got to be very, very careful throughout the fight.
Nice combination again. Left hand by Diaconu missed. That's what he wants to do. 2 jabs and a hook.
There also has to come a point, Barry, where he has to really hurt Diaconu.
Diaconu got there with the right hand of his own.
You see, because
comes right after him with another one.
Once you start to realize that, you know, maybe this guy can't hurt me, you know, a guy like Diaconu will just come forward unhindered.
Well, Diaconu has slowly closed the gap between the two. First round, clearly Pascal. I thought Pascal won the second round, too.
Yes.
But Diaconu is getting a little closer.
Yes, I agree. We have a long way to go in this fight, so, you know, Diaconu doesn't appear to be panicking yet.
Both these guys in tremendous shape, no doubt. Both more than capable of going to 12 rounds.
Again, there you see Pascal, 2 punches, 2 quick ones to the body, and then tie his man up. Good right to the body.
Yeah. I mean, if he can keep up this tempo and fight the fight he's fighting, he can win the fight.
So the thing is, at some point, you got to get real respect out of Diaconu, otherwise he's just going to charge forward. And sooner or later, he just missed that right hand.
Boy, that was close. Almost a clash of heads, too. And suddenly, Diaconu has the fight on the inside where he wants it.
And they did bang heads, yes.
And again.
So again, that little bit of sloppiness by Pascal creates some opportunities for Diaconu, which he hasn't been able to take advantage of yet. And we're only in round 3.
That's right. Now look at the distance between them now. Left hand by Diaconu.
A little off balance. You know, in round 3, Barry, I started to get the feeling Diaconu was beginning to exert his will a little bit in the fight. You saw there that he just glanced with that left hand, but there were a couple of pretty good shots landed by Diaconu, and I gave him the round.
Yeah, I did too. And, you know, I feel... going back to our conversation with Pascal yesterday, he said if he wants to bang, I'll bang. And at the time, I thought, I'm not sure that's a good idea. And I know I don't understand French, and they were speaking French in the corner, but I know what he was saying. Don't bang.
So now you're sure it's not a good idea.
Exactly.
I mean, he boxed so beautifully in the first 2 rounds, and there's some good shots on the inside.
Yeah, but again, it's not the fight that Pascal should be fighting.
And it's a hard fight to stay in with Diaconu. As we said in the open, you know, you can outbox him, but not for long. Sooner or later, he does exert his will on you. Now you see how close, well, actually, Pascal landing many more punches. Diaconu not quite as active either. It's starting to come on here in round 4.
And again, Pascal content to stand and try to bang with the champion, and that's the champion's fight.
Yeah, not a lot of art on that side of the ring, but I'll tell you what, a lot of intensity.
Yeah, and you know, to his credit though, he doesn't just rush in.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I mean, you know, he's not looking out boxing. You know what he's looking to do in there.
Hey! Come on.
And you can see the distance between the two of them shorten.
Yes. And, you know, that's the thing. You know, when a guy puts constant pressure on you, like Diaconu is putting on Pascal, it is tiring. Just because you never feel like you can get a rest. You notice he's kind of scurrying a little bit now. Actually, Diaconu keeping his distance in that sequence there, surprisingly.
Big shot right there. And Pascal, and that's what he needs to do. Got there with a combination and then got out of it. And
he's hurt.
And that one hurt him against
the guy is complaining, got hit in the back of the head.
There's a lot of clutching going on, too, and that was Diaconu that was doing the clutching.
Yeah, and I don't think, you know, those were intentionally thrown behind the head. I think that was just because of the way Diaconu was bending forward. I just wanted to say this before. Pascal's got great reflexes, but it's just so dangerous the way he pulls his head back with his hands down like that.
Double jab and then a right hand. And Pascal now again fighting the kind of fight that he needs to fight to win. And a great round for him.
I think he may have done what I said he needed to do, and I think he shook his man up a little bit in that round.
Now this corner is very calm all fight. Let's hear what they have to say.
You're looking for the uppercut. If you're there without moving the legs, come on, I'm gonna catch you. All right, you lost that one. Where are you? You're there? Yeah. 1, 2 with your legs. I want to see a good job. I want to see a good job. All right? Explique comme il faut. Surtout à l'intérieur, ça va très bien. On a déjà commencé à le faire.
All right, it was a real good round 4, Barry. Let's take a look. This was early in the round now. You see some real rough stuff in there by both guys. Diaconu basically curling around the head of Pascal, not landing the way he wants to. And then later on, you see the hand speed of Pascal, which significantly better than Diaconu.
That was a very good round for Pascal.
I agree.
Round 5. Well, so far this fight has been exactly as advertised. We thought it might be an exciting main event, and certainly it has been.
Yeah, it's both exciting and interesting because, you know, there are certainly a lot of tactics going on between both guys, and so far, Pascal able to work his tactics a little bit better.
Only one loss between these two.
Also a pretty good fighter.
Yeah, I'll say.
Paul Frost, terrific 168-pounder.
I think that was the fight that convinced him to step up.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, Pascal made a lot of fans in that fight. He really did.
Great crowd on hand here. You know what? A really knowledgeable crowd here in Montreal, too. Great history of boxing here.
It's been a good week for boxing. You know, I was in Madison Square Garden last week.
Great left hand by Pascal.
Wow. That's an unexpected turn of events.
I'm not sure how hurt he is. He was off balance when he took the shot, but take nothing away.
I'll tell you
a great shot.
For Diaconu to go down, he's hurt. And he's hurt again.
Right hand. And Pascal sensing it. Now no knockdown, they say. And Pascal jumps right on him. He thinks he's hurt.
I thought he went down. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I thought Diaconu went down there. I'd like to see that replay. We will see it.
Uppercut slipped in.
Right now, everything going Pascal's way. This man has planned his work, and he's working his plan.
And listen to the crowd here in Montreal. Whoa. Just literally.
Maybe a little warning there.
Hey! Watch out!
Yeah, you might want to mention that.
Left left hand just missed by Diaconu. Diaconu in close. Chopping right, stop it! Pascal!
What a round.
And a chopping right by Diaconu, and Pascal holds on in the corner.
Very smart move by Pascal. Just one more solid shot and he was down.
I think he's still in some trouble
He
here.
sure is.
That's it. That's the bell.
Wow. Crowd is going nuts, and justifiably so.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, I think Pascal misread Diaconu. I really do. I think Pascal thought he was more hurt than he really was.
It's possible. You know, at first I was going to say to you, I think he's fighting smart here because Diaconu is still dangerous.
All right, Ian? You have to move the head.
You heard him bad at the end of that round.
All right?
Let's
Here's
take
the
a
first
look.
one.
Yeah, this is the first knockdown. You'll see it's a left hook. Whoa. That was a good shot. Here's the one that was not called a knockdown. See, I thought he got hit with that right hand and that one.
He did.
And his legs, you know, I can understand the referee's ruling, but... And then here is where you see the legs go a little funny on Jean Pascal after that right hand by Diaconu. Great round.
Big time round.
Pascal's eyes look clear, but let's see how the legs are.
Come to the sixth round now. Well, each has earned the other's respect, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that round reminded me, and I'm really going back here, and most of our audience probably don't remember this, but Archie Moore and Yvonne Durrell fought right here in Montreal.
That's a great reference. You're absolutely right.
11 knockdowns in that
That's
fight.
right. Wow. Good inside combination there by Diaconu.
Yeah, in the end, let me ask you, how'd you score that last round?
I actually made it a 10-8 round for Pascal.
I gave it a 10-9 round for Pascal because of the other knockdown.
Now, how is that possible? Punches in round 5. Only 10 landed each. Boy, those were very effective punches. And there's the jab from Pascal. If I was him, I would go on that for a while. I would ride that.
Double left hand from Diaconu. And Pascal comes right back.
See, if Pascal gets dragged into that fight, he is putting himself into a needless peril. The thing about Diaconu, as I said, he keeps coming. He's discouraging.
And he is, right now, this fight is being fought where Diaconu wants it to be fought.
You're absolutely right. It's like fighting a steamroller, you know, it just keeps on coming. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Keeps rolling. Oh,
Good right hand. And Diaconu's hurt again.
Yeah, Pascal came right back from that.
And
Well, so much for the boxing match.
yeah, exactly.
We knew that wasn't going to last. See, when Pascal does not jab, he's waving the red flag in front of this guy.
Both these guys showing a lot of grit.
Oof. I did not like the looks of that jab from Pascal. He just kind of laid it out there and then let it drop. Very dangerous.
Pascal still on his toes, though.
But he's not letting the jab go, and he's allowing Diaconu to take that half step in.
And he steps in with a combination. Again, good combination. Then a left hand from Pascal. And a right hand for Pascal.
All right, here's Pascal working that left hand late in round 6, and you see 3 times he was able to bounce a hook off Diaconu's head. Diaconu's got a great chin.
Yeah, the one knockdown that he had, he was a little off balance.
Yeah. Not easy to drop this guy. There's Pascal again with those hands way down around his knees.
One thing that you do, I started to mention it just for that big exchange, is that Diaconu has not been real active. He's only had 4 fights since May of 06. A nice combination by Diaconu and a chopping right hand.
But Pascal ducking way down. It looked like a little Pernell Whitaker action there. Crowd doesn't like it. They wanted to stand there and take those shots.
They're not in there. Sure. Nice combination of the body by Pascal. Diaconu comes right back.
It's a good round for Diaconu now. And he needs one. Good shot.
Yes, it was.
And you can see there the power punch edge. Pascal slightly in round 6. I thought he pulled it out with that flurry right at the end of the round.
Very close round. Yeah, it was tough. I gave it to the other guy, but close.
So far, I'm certainly giving this to Diaconu.
Yes. And again, look at the space between them.
Well, again, when Pascal does not jab, he's allowing his man to come right in.
There's the jab.
Yeah. See, the thing about Diaconu is at times he puts a ton of pressure on, and at other times he doesn't.
Combination by Pascal.
He had him backing up.
Ooh, Tommy Ryan.
Yeah,
it sure was.
Dangerous.
Little blood from, I believe it's beneath the eye of Diaconu.
You're right.
Uppercut by Pascal. What a fight.
It really is a terrific effort by both guys. I'm liking the Shark in this round.
That's a slip.
Yep. Some water in the corner there.
At the bell.
Many of these rounds have been like 2 rounds in 1 or even 3, and here you see the beginning. Round 7, it's all Diaconu. It looked like he shook up Pascal, and then later in the round, back comes Pascal with those 2 jabs and a right hand.
5 rounds remaining in this fight, and the outcome of the fight, I'm quite sure, will be held in those 5 rounds.
I don't want it to end in 5 rounds.
No, it's terrific.
Can't they go 15 or 20?
Both guys doing exactly what they said they were going to do. And 2 tough guys.
Absolutely. It's about the 6th, 7th time that Pascal has dug that right hand into the body of Diaconu, and I mean hard.
The cut was under the eye.
Yeah.
It's not in a position, I don't think, where it could really cause him a lot of problems.
No, but it looks like one of those things where the right hand, the knuckles of Pascal's right hand hit the cheekbone.
Diaconu dug an uppercut in there. His corner wanted more of that. It's a pretty nasty looking cut, but it's not in a place where the blood's getting the eye.
No. Now, that was an interesting graphic. We just saw that Pascal had a pretty decent edge there, and punches landed in round 7. I just had the feeling from watching the fight, the impression that Diaconu was able to put, a little bit more of what he wanted to do into that round.
I gave the round to Pascal, but I think this is going to be an interesting fight should it go to the judges.
Absolutely, and somebody's going to be very upset.
And probably with good reason.
Yeah, and if it's a draw, they'll both be upset. That right hand again from Pascal to the body. Diaconu has not shown any reaction to it.
Again, both guys seem absolutely fit. I don't see anybody starting to lose anything here.
No, Pascal looks fresher to me, probably because he's not marked. Diaconu's face starting to show some of the effects.
Again, a quick combination and then getting out of there. That's what Pascal did in the early rounds.
And look at Pascal's legs. Easy, moving in and out, no problem, bouncing.
Took the right hand from the and another great shot.
What a slick move that was by Pascal.
Pascal, very quick-handed.
Yeah, he is.
And even though he has tendency to drop his hands like he is right now, he gets his hands back.
He's got great reflexes, and he's getting away with it. I mean, very fluid in there. Just a joy to watch.
Short left hand by Diaconu just missed.
See, now when Pascal does that hold where he puts his both arms around Diaconu's waist, that should be an invitation.
Coming to the end of round number 8, another great round.
Okay? Super.
So we come to round number 9 now, and once again, another one of those rounds, flip a coin. Tell me who you like.
Well, you know what? I like Pascal in that round, and it's funny because Diaconu started out pretty well. Round 8. By the end of the round, he was just being belabored. He was being punished on the ropes here by Jean Pascal.
Yeah, I gave that round to Pascal, too. As a matter of fact, I feel that Diaconu has to win the last few rounds.
I would agree. I have Pascal up by 4 now. I wouldn't be surprised at all if somebody had it a lot closer.
Yeah, me too. Now, interestingly enough, I have the same score as you, but I got there a different way.
You're absolutely right.
So we come to
matter
round
how you
9.
get there.
No, it doesn't. Both these guys still very dangerous.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of boxing left here. We still got, 1/3 of the fight to go.
For the most part, Pascal has stayed with the game plan that he told us about yesterday. And when he hasn't, he's gotten away with it.
Oh, you're right. He's worked it, if not to perfection, pretty close. Pretty close. He's had his lapses, but for the most part, he has done exactly what he wanted to do.
Now, one thing we know, it either won't or will be a hometown decision, whichever way you look at it.
Either way, you're right. Which one's lived here longer?
I don't know. Pretty close, I think, actually.
Diaconu, I think, has been here about 9 years. We'll ask Pascal between rounds how long he's lived here.
I think Pascal actually has been here since he was a kid.
Okay.
He was telling me.
Again, another shot behind that. But that's, you know what? That's because of the styles. It really is.
I think we have a tendency sometimes in boxing to overuse the term warrior, and yet I think that's absolutely applicable about both these guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. A pretty good right hand there by Diaconu. Pascal's doing a great job of using the ring up to that point. Oh, there's that right.
It is again. Just slipped that punch in and got out of there.
Let me clarify. I love seeing somebody else get hit with that punch.
Hey! Come on. It's good.
Step in with the right hand, come back with the left hand. And then a double shot to the body. What a series for Pascal.
I'll tell you, Diaconu could really absorb some punishment. And he just keeps on coming. He's got a double right hand.
Pascal really stepping up the pace here. Getting off first almost every time.
Now, there's this thing called effective aggression. And, judges all score differently. And somebody could be watching this and saying, hey, you know what? Diaconu's making the fight, and I'm giving him these rounds. I'm just saying.
No, you're absolutely right. Although I think you can make a case for Pascal making the fight, too.
That's my...
Punching, okay? More punching.
We come to round number 10. ADRIAN DIACONU, the light heavyweight champion of the WBC. Jean Pascal, the challenger, both from Montreal. And it's been an outstanding fight in front of almost 14,000 fans.
It really has. You know, nobody's going home disappointed here tonight. And, you know, you just pointed out something because, you know, I tend to forget once the fight starts who's the champion, who's the challenger, what the letters are, because I really don't care. But quite frankly, there are a lot of people who score by that old thing, you got to take the title away. And I could see somebody saying, well, Pascal didn't take the title away.
I could see that happening too. I
don't want to hear it because, you know, to me, once the bell rings, everybody starts on a level playing field. And here you take a look at the total punches through round 9, and Pascal, pretty good edge there, thrown and landed.
Pascal's corner, he hardly breathing heavy. And there was a little, I don't want to say concern in the corner of Diaconu, but realism. They basically said you got to win these 3 rounds.
Yeah, but they also told him that he won the 9th, and I would beg to differ with that.
Me too. In fact, for me, that was one of the more clearly defined rounds.
Yeah. And somebody in his corner said, all right, you got that one, now you need 3 more. I don't think he had that one.
A little slower pace here in round 10. And again, getting off first.
You say it won't stay that way. That's 2 good short hooks there by Diaconu.
I think Diaconu very, without question, is still dangerous.
Yeah, but the thing that has surprised me now that we're 10 rounds in, almost 10 rounds in, is that he is not, his punches haven't had the effect on Pascal that I expected him to have. Really hasn't hurt him except for that one time with that counter right. Way back in round 4 or 5. Round 5, the round he was down. That being said, he's fighting a pretty good round there.
He is. Nice combination there, a little short with the right hand. And a good right hand from Pascal. Double shot to the body by Pascal.
He has really worked the body well. You know, if you looked at these 2 guys before the fight, you would figure Diaconu would be the guy who was going to work the body. Good right.
Yes, it was. I think that got Pascal's attention.
Yes, without a doubt.
And he comes right back with 3 to the body.
I'll tell you, I think the body work of Pascal has been very, very surprising.
So once again, Pascal showing a great beard. We come now to round 11. And Pascal a little slow to get off the stool, but I don't think it really has anything to do with what kind of shape he's in. I don't get the sense he's tired.
I don't either. Boy, they were giving him one spirited Gallic pep talk in that corner.
Yes, they were.
I wish I knew what that guy was saying, but boy, it sounded good.
Again, in Diaconu's corner, they said you need these 2 rounds.
And you know what? This time I agree with him. He did get the last round.
Yes, I get the last round.
That was his.
Pretty quick to start booing.
They need like
20-second
gratification. My God. Tough to please.
Step in with the right hand of the body.
Ouch. Right now, could be that Diaconu's a little bit tired because he seems to be right in the position he would want to be. Didn't do a lot with it.
He's getting out quick still, too.
And he's allowing, now he's kind of allowing Pascal to tie him up. Not really moving his hands all that much on the inside. He might be a little tired.
Combination by Diaconu.
Covered his right pretty good.
Left the body by Pascal. Another combination of the body.
You know, on my card, I think Diaconu needs a knockout. I could be completely wrong, and we've seen strange decisions, and I've seen strange cards that I filled out afterward. But
big shot.
That's what he needs.
And I'll tell you what, Pascal is shaking.
I'll tell you what.
Combination by Pascal as he comes right back.
He's a tough guy. And I'll tell you, that punch was probably more discouraging to the man who threw it than the man who landed it.
His legs are wobbly for a bit.
I know, but he's still standing.
Yes, he is.
And right now, Diaconu's got to be thinking, what the heck am I in with?
And he held him again, and then hit him with the right hand. The left hand from Pascal. Diaconu's corner wants him to stay on top.
Wow.
And again, Pascal backs off and then comes back with about 4 shots of his own.
One thing about Pascal, he knows how to steal rounds.
Still being a little careless, though, and Diaconu's still got something left.
He sat on the ropes there, but I think he was pushed.
Coming to the end of round 11. And I think Pascal clearly shaken, and I think he still is. One round of boxing left in this championship fight. Will it decide the fight? 3 minutes to go.
Wow, just look at that hard body.
Hey, man, who's the pretty boy?
That's Eva's ex-husband, Enrique. He's a fitness modelkin from Europe.
He was shipped in to model this new moisture-wicking Rectech gear.
Wait, and we were supposed to be the face of Rectech. I just got my six-pack remolded. Hello, baby.
I don't like the way he's looking at my
Oh
fiance.
my gosh, look! Now he's doing a one-armed push-up.
All right,
Hold on now.
we need a cleanup in menswear.
Don't sweat it. New Rectech gear and everything in men's half off this week at Old Navy.
So we come to the 12th and final round.
And this is what we need to see more of from Adrian Diaconu. I mean, big right hand there. Definitely got Pascal's attention, but again, his legs stayed under him. His chin remained solid. Remarkable performance.
12th and final round. Listen to the crowd here, appreciative of what they've seen, and they should be. It's been a tremendous fight.
It really has by both guys. Now, I've got Pascal ahead by 3 points. But Barry, there's been so much ebb and flow, not just within the fight, but within the rounds, that, I could see somebody scoring it very, very differently.
Yeah, me too. And I have it the same way, and as we said earlier, I got to my 106, 104 differently than you did.
Yep.
So, yeah, I agree. I think it could go either way.
But I think that right now, Diaconu's got to throw everything he's got into these last 3 minutes. In fact, now it's the last 2 minutes. First minute's gone.
I'm not sure Pascal's legs are quite what they were either.
He's got a great chin, though. He's got determination that I don't think a lot of people thought he had. I think they got the idea in the Carl Frost fight that this is a tough guy. But, I mean, there's no doubt.
Double left hand from Diaconu. Not any serious damage.
He needs a haymaker.
Pascal still exchanging with him. They got there with the right hand, with the left hand, that back Diaconu up.
Boy, I don't know if Pascal is, incredibly brave or incredibly foolish, but
whatever it is, it's all working out for him.
Because he's putting himself in harm's way when the other guy must think he needs a knockout.
Absolutely.
Look at that right cheekbone of Diaconu.
Swollen and has been for the getting worse. Right hand Diaconu. Crowd is on its feet here at the Bell Center.
And they should be. Terrific fight.
Tremendous fight, yeah.
What a welt on that right cheekbone.
Right hand Pascal.
He was just waiting to let that go.
Trying to force him to the finish. Almost knocked himself out.
Taking some chances in there.
40 seconds remaining. Left hand by Diaconu and a right hand by Diaconu. And he takes the right hand from Pascal. Oh, what a finish to this fight.
There are like too many punches to call. I'm glad that's your job.
Diaconu steps over the right hand. Still not over. 25 seconds left. Another right hand Diaconu. That right hand misses and so does the left.
He needs a Hail Mary here, though. I think.
Clash of heads. Missed with the right hand. Pascal a jab. Left hand Diaconu.
corner
What
in the ring.
a fight.
And they seem pretty happy in Pascal's corner, and I agree with them. But I'll tell you what, Diaconu was closing strong. If this is a 15-round fight, I think he would have pulled it out.
Absolutely. And this could be, and I agree.
We don't know what it is yet. You're
It's a
absolutely right.
premature celebration, I'll tell you that.
That's for sure. But my point is that Diaconu was closing strongly, but I think he ran out of rounds.
So it is in the hands of the judges.
Well, that's the kind of fight that makes you glad that you're in boxing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Two warriors. Neither guy took a step back, and if they did take a step back, it was forced.
I want to see it again.
Maybe you will.
How about tonight? That will give him a week off.
Well, they should have a tiebreaker, huh?
Yeah, 13th round. Well, we don't know what the scores are. I've got this man 2 points ahead.
I gave the last round to Pascal.
Oh, you did?
I've got him 4 points ahead.
I can't wait to hear these cards.
That's going to be very interesting. Now, remember, both these guys are from Montreal.
Half the house is going to be outraged.
Absolutely. Now, Diaconu kind of declaring victory. It's a smart thing to do.
Absolutely.
The last guy I saw do that was Marvin Hagler.
Some people agreed with him.
Well, I know a lot of people still do.
At least I'm not getting the blowjob. You are!
Another fight you're talking about. One of my favorite all-time fight calls.
Yeah.
I know the guy who did it. Sitting next to me.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, both of us have been around the sport for a long time. You won't get more bang for your buck than this fight.
No, that was more than lived up to expectations.
So they will total up the scores and have not yet done that. And now I believe we are ready with the scores, so let's take it to the ring announcer, Christian Gauthier, and find out. Christian.
Mesdames et messieurs, au terme de 12 rounds de championnat, voici maintenant la décision des juges. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 12 championship rounds, here is the judge's decision. Le juge de Luca remet une carte de pointage de 115-112. Judge de Luca scores his bout 115 to 112. Le juge Keane, 116-112. Judge Keane scores it 116-112. Et le juge Woodburn, 116-111. Judge Woodburn scores it 116-111 for the winner by unanimous decision. And new WBC light heavyweight champion of the world, le gagnant par décision unanime et nouveau champion mondial éminent du WBC,
Tremendous fight.
And a fair decision, I believe.
I agree with the decision totally. Tremendous performance by Pascal. Tremendous performance by the loser. I mean, the scorecards say it was a pretty comfortable win, but I think you can make a case that we should see this fight again.
Absolutely. A tremendous fight. First loss for Diaconu. The new champion with only one loss, too. And, yeah, I'd love to see this fight again.
I'm sure so would ADRIAN DIACONU. Because he's got to feel that, next time he can get there sooner. He can get started quicker with this guy because he was closing ground at the end. Pascal fought a nearly perfect fight.
Absolutely did. And we talked about game plan. He told us about it yesterday when we sat with him, and he executed that game plan to perfection. These two guys, they are acquaintances. They're not necessarily friends, but they do know each other.
You know each other better now.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, boy.
There are no secrets between these two guys now.
And I'm sure, I guarantee you, they respect the hell out of each other right now.
As they should. And the obligatory photographs with the family, and what a tremendous night. A new champion in Jean Pascal, who came to Montreal from his native Haiti. He was a hockey player, as we said, but he was too small as a hockey player. Told us he only weighed 93 pounds and was only 5'2". When he was 13 years old, he said, you know what?
An enforcer.
Yeah, exactly. I can't play this game. I'll do something easier like boxing.
He scored the only knockdown of the fight back in round 5. I thought he scored 2 knockdowns in that round, and in fact, he was actually hurt at the end of that same round. To give you an idea of the kind of fight this has been.
And as you look at Diaconu, a worthy champion, and you know that this guy is going to be back.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. He is a miserable night for anybody.
No loser in this fight. We do have a new champion, but the respect between these two guys and amongst everybody in the sport of boxing has got to be great. I mean, people have talked about the light heavyweight division for a long time. I think this is a guy that's a bona fide champion.